Good morning. Today is a little bit, it's not as rainy as it's been the last few days. So today I was going to give you kind of a farm tour, starting at the front driveway of the house. So if you look, here's the property line going down the side of the road. There's the trailer. There's the cabin. I'm going to try to do this from the four-wheeler, but I don't have the mounting bracket, so let's just see how it goes. I guess I'll try to edit out anything that's too loud. So this front section represents the garden area. You can kind of see the yellow flags there. If I can make it go in and everything. So this section here is going to be our first garden area. We've got 6 flags there. I don't know if you can see them all. I will stop and try to show you. This is the garden area. This represents on half an acre, all 6 flags. So the goal is to have a full acre eventually of garden, but what we're going to do first is we're going to have 20 100-foot rows per quarter acre, and each row will be 30 inches wide with skip rows in between for being able to harvest easily. So it's not too bad. This is the white posts represent our eastern property line, and we're still in the front field, which is section 1 of the property. So we've broken it up in sections, and each section we have a plan for, and this is basically for building and garden purposes, adding structures. So the one part of the plan is to add a permanent fence along the perimeter of the whole property. So that would come down through here. And we're entering section 2 of the property, which actually starts when we cross one of our trellises. So this is actually a small section that runs over to the red car. We plan to use this for additional gardening and grazing purposes, but it does have a lot of wetness to it because it is being drained. This field's being drained into this field here is being drained into the next field, and then it all gets drained into the pond. left section 2. There's the red car where it runs to. And then it goes along the cedar trees here. And this would be the start of section 3, which is the pond area. This is section 4 here. You can see the fence, which we also call the cow graveyard. I would go off in there, but there's some big trenches and everything. But there's a beautiful creek down there. Maybe I'll show you section 4 from the back side of the property, which is a little bit more accessible. Looks like we have quite a bit of flooding right here with the pond area today. So looks like the pond is overflowing into the creek area. It should be flowing here and over there at the other side. I'm gonna try to do this without dropping the camera. It has the pond in it. That's section 4. Here where the brush and everything is still section 4, where the grass is much taller and the grass is lower, represents where it's muddy, too muddy to bush hog and too muddy to do anything with. So part of the plan for section 4 is to graze it with sheep and goats to get it more cleaned up, and they would get those bramble and bushes and all that out of the field, but mainly goats, not sheep. I misspoke. But to get that cleaned up, and then my idea to prevent further soil erosion is to plant trees from this cedar tree over here to this cedar tree here, and turn this all back into tree land, so a forest, because right now all the property is easing downwards to the creek and making for a difficult situation, a lot of soil erosion. this would all be, hopefully within about 10 years and good planning, this will be all forest again. Now you can see a part of the soil erosion issue that we're having. Farmers in the past have just used these gullies to dump stuff in, like hay and brush and everything, which is not a solution to prevent the erosion. It just kind of slows things down. So our planning is to turn all this section 4 into forest and remote forest health and timber, and be able to provide for our own wood, but not only that, to better the environment, increase the diversity of the property. This is the east side of the field. This is the southeast corner of the field. We will continue to allow this to be field and part of section 5, but section 4 will go. We're going to bring all the way up to these 2 trees there and let that all be part of forest, and this will be grazing. So let me show you the rest of section 5. Section 5 has a lot of fence repair that has to be done. All this brush and stuff growing out into the field is not good for our own purposes of grazing and production. So we have to go all the way back. There's a yellow fence holders back in there. That's where we need to go to get our electric fence back hooked up onto the property again, so that we can build our paddocks and grazing right in here. There's a better view of the original fencing. So this is the south fence, which used to be the grazing area, and of course all the brush is taken over. Hopefully this winter I can make it this far to get around here, but this is a year 2 priority. And you can see we still have a lot of drainage happening. These are part of the trellises, the heel shaped area that kind of goes along there, which helps prevent the soil erosion. Still section 5. The westernmost corner, southwest corner of the property is down here, and I don't want to walk down there, but we have a lot of erosion problems happening here, which prevents the mowing of the property as well. our plan here is to plant more trees and add more forest and make this all a part of the section 5, but with forest included. I have rode down it before, but we'll just see what happens. There's a pretty good sized gully to the right of me, so I gotta be careful. Oh, we're a little sideways. Oh, this is the southwest corner of the property, and we will probably increase our fencing to this corner here as well. Let's see if I can get back up the hill. Ooh, now we're in the gully. Driving with one hand is a little more difficult. Oh, we made it. This is all still part of section 5. The middle corner is down this here, which is a ravine, part of a gully that's here. Part of the logs and all the wood. Now you would think that was in there naturally. Well, it is in there naturally. You count the beavers as being natural, but I mean they're not supposed to be cutting trees down like this around the property. But all that wood is from beavers cutting trees down around the pond. This is all part of section 6, which is also includes the property and the cabin. This is where we plan to start off the pigs and sectioning off into 3 sections here, subsections of this right here, and then had the pigs move from section to section to keep the smell down. Still got a lot of cleanup work to do. The plan is for these two posts to become a part of our composting area. We're going to tear down all that down through there. That was the start of a barn several years ago that was not completed. Back at where we started. Hope this doesn't bore you too much and that you enjoy it. If you like what you've seen and would like to see more, just subscribe. Press the like button. Thank you.